Beyond Soccer is more than just soccer.
Soccer is the hook. The soccer is the thing that the kids want. They love being part of a team so much, so that's where you're in such a unique position to influence them and guide them and encourage them in other ways.
It's an awesome experience playing for a team.
You're learning a sport, but you're also learning teamwork, responsibility, respect.
It builds character, keeps them fit, and stimulates their minds. Ever since they started playing soccer, you can see their confidence level and their school achievement improve.
At the beginning, I was not so confident. When I got in better and I was able to see that I improved after practicing a lot, I saw that I was good at sports that I committed myself to.
That's the only day on the weekend when they have a game that I don't have to wake up. They just wake by themselves because they like it, they love it, they don't want to miss anything.
Last game of the season, who's excited?
Me! Any parents will be grateful that an adult will step up and really want to help their children the way that they do. Their mission is so important and it's so much needed in the city.
Lawrence is a rough place to live in, especially as a kid. And I feel like Beyond Soccer grabs kids at a good age before they get to their high school years when things can go bad.
I would go into schools and you learn quickly that most of these kids weren't playing any sports, especially the girls. There was no girls team at Lawrence High. You learn that there's a daycare facility there, and I get it. You need to have that. You want to make sure you're offering teen moms an opportunity to stay in school. But to me, something's wrong with that message. To me, you have girls soccer teams, you keep those kids busy, and the need for hopefully a daycare center is going to go down. That was in 2007. That's when we started to collect our first group of girls together, 12 of them, and started working with them.
I always found it unfair that the guys had better opportunities in sports than the girls.
You could tell she was an athlete and she was speedy, but oh my God, so uncoordinated and awkward.
I'm from Santo Domingo, so I didn't know anything about soccer. When they started, they asked me questions. I didn't have no answer.
They wanted to have games, because everybody wants to have games. They want to work towards something, they want to have goals. And so we raised money for a bus and picked all the girls up all around the city. And I remember standing on the sideline, getting the girls out there, getting them warmed up and looking over at the other team. And they were a team from New Hampshire, and I almost wanted to pull the girls. Those girls, they had it together. They were just too good.
It was my first time actually playing soccer, and it was little kids that were younger than me, and they played better than I did, and I lost by a lot.
We ended up losing 17-0. They were disappointed. They kept saying, we stink.
I think that I'm glad I lost that game, because if it wasn't for that game, I wouldn't be the player I am today.
The experience of being together and doing it together, even though it was a terrible loss, there was still something special about that and unique about that opportunity. They wanted more. I got calls all during the week, Coach, when's the next game? When are we going up there again? They kind of forgot about the score. Those girls are the trailblazers. They paved the way for other young kids to play. They talk about their sports experience really being the thing that gave them the confidence to try new things, to believe in themselves. I owe a lot to those girls. They've changed me, I think, just as much as our programs have changed them. When kids like something, they tell their friends, and they get their friends involved. It's a testament to what we're doing. The kids really like it, and they know they're part of something special and unique, so they stay with us.
Today Beyond Soccer connects roughly 750 kids to our soccer programming, which includes travel teams, citywide recreational leagues, club soccer play, indoor winter play, and clinics and tournaments, so it's all through the year.
Alyssa, that's a nice ball, Cecilia!
It didn't take long to realize that we are in a really unique position where we can influence kids off the field as well.
Stephanie and her mother and her sister are the best. They always keep us informed of different programs, and I love it. I just love it.
So obviously soccer is great on its own. It provides a lot of health benefits. However, we really need to help these kids develop the tools to make healthier lifestyle choices. In Lawrence, we have one of the highest youth obesity rates in the state. So in order to address this issue, we developed our Health Gigs program.
We run a summer camp. Summer is a time where so many families are looking for opportunities that they can afford. It's been amazing to see some of the transformations of these kids once they start playing. They love the game so much, they don't realize how much running they're doing.
What do you think it goes?
My sisters really developed some neat curriculum for the little kids relay races, fun games that gets them learning about what they're putting in their bodies. We do cooking courses with the kids. They're like sponges soaking it all up. They're trying them at home. They're telling their parents. And their parents are listening, you know?
So many parents can't get their kids to after-school programming, so instead we bring the programming into the schools. We reach kids at about 1st and 2nd grade, and so they're a really impressionable age and ready to really develop a foundation for a healthier life. It's about getting them involved, getting them up and moving while at the same time learning. It really does create that foundation for them.
Another important Beyond Soccer focus is leadership development. Our oldest kids get opportunities to work with our youngest kids, and that's been a really successful model. The kids feel like they're giving back, and they also feel like they're stepping into leadership positions and teaching the youngest first-time soccer players.
They were always saying thank you and hugging me and asking me if we had practice the next day and if I was going to be here to coach them, and that they had fun and soccer is a sport they like. Getting that information from them made me feel good about myself because I can give back to my community.
That's neat to see those kids that started with us now instructing the kids and saying some of the things that we've been telling them. That's always, you know, I always get a kick out of that.
There's so many kids out here who are, you can tell, are just natural leaders. They just need a little help getting to that place. And we sponsor these kids to go to leadership activities and events all over New England, and they get to meet with professional athletes and businesswomen who really credit sports to all the success they've had in life. They really get a chance to experience what it's like to be a role model and leader and know that they themselves have the power within them to be the change in their, community.
We're always stressing classroom achievement. We collect report cards from all of our travel players and expose the kids to art, science, and other academic enrichment experiences. When we notice a kid is struggling in school, we connect them to resources that can help. If these kids are excelling on the soccer field and we're getting them into club programs, but they're getting C's and D's in schools, we haven't done our job.
Knowing Stephanie, she wants to see good grades, and the better grades, the more she's gonna help us out and be there for us.
The neat thing about a sport like soccer is you really get to know the kids, you really get to know the families, you become really important influences in their lives.
Beyond Soccer really is an extension of our family. The parents, the kids, everyone is so involved, and it's just a great experience.
Beyond Soccer has helped me a lot by giving me opportunities that I wouldn't have been able to get to myself. It's a second family to me. They treat me like if I were one of their own.
Beyond Soccer is somewhere to spend your time because it's worth it. I felt so at home there that I feel like it's welcome to everyone who is willing to go and just become family.
First we were a family of 6, and now I feel like the family's huge now, and it's going to keep extending.
It's far from only soccer, it's beyond soccer.